My name is Rajat Nair. My register number is URK19CS1107. Today we gonna talk about on the topic exception handling. So let's move on to some current questions. So here in this question we need to give two inputs x and y and compute x by y. So basically it's an exception question. So basically if y is 0, then exception will occur and we have to report it. So I have done it. So basically I have created a scanner class in which I have created a try block in which x and y should be taken by given by the user, and I am computing x by y. If input mismatch is there, then it will show input mismatch exception, otherwise it will say normal exception, that is the zero division error or arithmetic exception. So basically I have given the code right, that's why my test cases are correct. And moving on to the next question, in this question we need to give two variables, that is n and p, and do the power of them. So basically n and p should not be negative and n and p should not be 0. So I have providing the code I have done. So in this I have created a main function in which there is a power function, that is n and p, in which there are two parameters n and p, and which throws exception. If n less than 0 or p less than 0, it will say we should throw exception, that is n or p should not be negative. Else if n equal to 0 and p not equal to 0, then it should throw n and p should not be 0. Else it will power the n and p and give the values and the the power of the given numbers. So the test cases are run. Moving on to the next question. In this question we need to give a string and convert it into integer. If the string has length greater than 6, it will not print because it will say bad string. So what you have to do, you just need to accept a string and convert it into integer. And I have done this code, and I am having a scanner class in which there is a string s, and s is taken by the user, and I am creating a variable no, which is integer dot % of s. Basically what you have, the user gives s string and that s string is converted to integer. Now you have to just print that no, that variable, and just give a catch block in which there is system dot println bad string if the string is very bad, like the length is greater than 6 or more. So the code is right. All the test cases of the 3 HackerRank questions are correct. And now moving on to the next question. Next question is create an array of characters which will be initialized during runtime with vowels. If user enters any consonant, your code should generate a user defined checked exception, invalid vowel exception. The description or message of invalid vowel exception is character is constant. Handle the exception by using try, catch, finally, throw and throws. So basically we need to use try, catch, finally, throw and throws. So let's move on to the code. The code is like I'm importing scanner class, and I'm creating a class that is invalid vowel exception, which extends exception, and I'm just getting a string, and I'm giving a constructor invalid vowel exception in which there is another string s. So I've given this dot s equal to s, and also a public function string to string. So basically it converts the what we will take from the user, it will convert to the string. Now I've created a main function in which I'm giving a character char array which is null, and I'm giving a try block in which we need to try it. And first I'm getting the length of the array, and I'm just giving the size of the array. Now I need to enter the elements of the array for array in which we have already given the size. So basically the size depends upon the elements of array. Now we are creating a for loop in which I equal to 0, I less than a dot length, and I plus plus. So basically it will get to a of I, and we have to provide from the user. And if it's a character for because we need to give a vowels or consonants, so basically we should store it as a char at. Now if a of I is not equal to any vowels, we should throw an exception, which is invalid vowel exception, and it is a consonant. So basically if you provide vowels, it will store to AI. And what I've done, what I'm doing is that I'm creating another array that is B, and which I'm providing a null, and just copying the A array to B and just giving a for loop so that I can call it one by one. And if it's not happening, the catch block will run exception, and finally will run every time. So basically I have used try, I've used catch, I've used finally, and I've used throws, and I've used throw. Basically all the 5 things we have used in exception handling. Now just run this code, enter the length of array 3, and enter elements of array A, E, I. So basically A, I are stored in B array, and this will run every time. The final block will run every time. Now we can have some more elements with consonants. So basically I'm providing 3. Enter elements A, E, F. So basically we will say F is a consonant. This will run every time. So basically the code is right. Moving on to the next question. Next question is like write a menu driven program in Java to automate the ATM operations by demonstrating the concepts of interfaces and create custom exceptions to deal with the following situation. Invalid PIN number is entered more than 3 times. Withdraw operation when balance amount less than withdraw amount. So basically we move on to the code. So I have created a scanner, importing scanner. Now created an interface silly, in which there are 3 unimplemented functions, that is deposit, withdraw, and view balance. Now I'm creating 2 classes for giving exceptions, that is a invalid PIN exception and one is invalid withdrawal exception. So in both the classes, you can see from here to here, both the classes we are just getting a string from the user and just converted the string to toString and returning it. So basically it's an exception which it's a invalid PIN exception and invalid withdrawal exception which extends exception. So all the exception in the Java. So now we are creating a class user, a class name is user, which implements this interface, that is silly. Now we are creating a float balance of giving a starting balance, that is 5,000, and we're giving withdraw and deposit. We are creating a deposit function, a withdraw function, and a view balance. So basically deposit function is like if you deposit something, it will add to the balance. So basically balance will be updated as balance plus deposit. So your money has been deposited, successfully deposited. For withdraw, if balance is less than the withdraw, if our balance is less than withdraw amount, so we should throw an invalid withdrawal exception, that is insufficient amount. Otherwise balance will be subtracted by withdraw. So what you have to do, we should put this in a try block. So if try blocks is exists, so we should also give catch block. So catch block is like invalid withdrawal exception and the system.out.print A. Now view balance is for viewing the balance, so just print the balance. Now what we have to do, we need to give one more exception, that is for PIN. So what we have to do, we have created a main class in which we are creating a user obj equal to new user, and here we are creating a PIN 1234. So if the user give 1234, then only the functions deposit, withdraw, and view balance will work. Otherwise what we have to do, we have created a try block in which we have created initialize I equal to 0 where I is less than 3. So basically first user the system will ask enter your PIN. If the user doesn't give a right password, or if he gives a wrong password, it will say invalid pin, system.pin invalid pin. Or and if he did the same mistake another 2 times, that is totally 3 times if he does, then it will show we have given throw new invalid pin exception, incorrect pin enter 3 times. So code will stop there. Now if there is a try block, we should have a catch block also. So we have created invalid pin exception e and system.out.println e. Now if if the user gives the same pin which is initialized as 1234, so the functions will run. And here we have created a menu driven format like case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4. So basically case 1 is for deposit, case 2 is for withdraw, case 3 is for ring balance, and case 4 is for exit. So we have created the user in above, the object above, that is user obj equal to new user. So we just calling the function. So case 1 is for obj.deposit, obj.withdraw, obj.view balance. So this whole is in a try catch. So basically we have to give the catch last, and just we are running this code. So if the user provide wrong, so basically we can say, so we can see invalid pin, again it will ask invalid pin, again if the user throw a wrong, it will say incorrect pin. Now it won't work. See, I'm giving anything, it won't work because the card is blocked. Now what we have to do, we have to again come a next day and give the same thing. Now if the user give correct pin, that is 1234, it will say deposit, withdraw, welcome, and deposit, withdraw, check balance, exit. So basically I have to deposit some money. So basically I have 5000, I have created a 5000 balance already, so I'm creating a 2000 more adding. So basically your money has been successfully added. We can see by check balance, by pressing 3 we can see 7000 is the balance. Now we have to withdraw some money, like if we want to withdraw 5000, we can say thank you for withdrawing, please collect your money. So now we can see now only 2000 rupees is left, only 2000 rupees left. Now if I want to withdraw 3000 rupees, so basically if I press 3000, it will say insufficient amount, because in withdraw function we have created, if balance is less than the withdrawal, then it will say, it will throw a insufficient amount exception. So now and at lastly we can see if we press 4, it will exit the code. Now we can not type anything because we have exited from the, now we can take the card from the ATM or the bank. So the code is right. Thank you.